The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are The Bostonian versus The Book.
You covered! You covered 12! Covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus The Book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Roll Call Friday for the Bostonian versus the Book. He is Dave Sharapan. I am Matt Perrault, and I screwed up the intro. Sonic, I'm sorry. Sean Brace will be on here in just 1 second.
He needs the email link again.
I got it already. It's done, but he screwed it up because I went and hit the thing, and it stopped the intro. So I'm playing it again because it's too damn good, and I screwed it up because
Hit it.
Standing ovation, bravo, Sonic.
Outstanding.
So damn good. And
Man.
I messed it up. I'm sorry, Sonic, because you spent time doing that, and I didn't give it the right. I cut it in half, so we didn't see the full thing. How are you guys? Welcome in to another episode of the Bostonian versus the Book. We're live on our YouTube channel at Boston versus the Book, the same on Twitter and X, replayed on Sports Grid TV and Sirius XM channel 159. We'll go to Philly. We missed Sean yesterday. We'll get him here in just 1 second. Yeah. We got a super fan from Circa, Kevin Stevenson, coming in. Mr. Raven himself going to join us. Bills, Ravens. We did all the Ravens love yesterday. We get to the Bills love today. How are you, sir?
Reverse that. We did the Bills love yesterday with Tommy DeLip and Carver. We're doing the Ravens discussion today. It's a bird day today because we're going to Philly first for the Eagles. We're going to Circa in Vegas where we are to talk to Kevin, super fan, Ravens guy. He's got to have his comeuppance because the Ravens destroyed the Steelers. I've been avoiding them. I've been ducking them. Can't duck them anymore. Welcome, Melanie Sue. Saw you new to the chat. Welcome to the show. She said she thought you went away, Matt. You didn't listen to you doing the Daily Juice, and you went away, and she didn't know you came back. So found you here through Addison, through our guy AB. Welcome. Good to see you. We're going to do Roll Call Friday today. It'll be the first one officially of 2025. And that'll come at the end of the show, along with the favorite thing about today. But, man, I don't know.
Melanie. I'm back, Melanie. Don't worry. Yeah. I'm back. Juice is still there. We've been doing it for a while. We're all back. We're all back. So we got that coming on. Yes. Welcome to the show. Very cool. Very fun. What did you do? You did?
My guy, PJ, Patrick McGuigan, just came in a chat and said, "Go Irish, Diamond Dave." PJ was my third baseman.
That's Monday's show. Hold on. Don't
PJ, you're a little early. You're always early, PJ. You're always early.
That's Monday.
Who else is early? Look at this guy.
That's Monday's show. That's Monday's show. This is today. This is today's show.
Put him in a big box.
This is
Who knows what's coming next? Put him in a big box.
Going to Philadelphia.
See, that's what I want to see, huh?
Whoa, we got drops. Whoa, we got intros. We got Philly.
Vegas, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I love when people have the ability to run through things. He's running things through a board. I'm very jealous. It's
Coming to you live from the city where we're about to get hit by a snowstorm like we've never seen before during a Philadelphia Eagles game. Good afternoon, gentlemen. I am fired up. I told you, book the flights. I told you. We're not there yet, but you better have your flight booked because you know reservations are tough to come by this time of year down in New Orleans.
Very true. Very, very true. Okay, wait. We know the inauguration is getting screwed up because of the freezing cold weather. What's the weather going to be like this weekend in Philadelphia? You're telling me that we're talking about snow? Yes?
Straight out of the movie Rocky. Yeah, it's going to be cold. We're talking And not only are we going to get inches, boys.
Oh,
it's predicted to start at kickoff.
No.
It's absurd right now where we're at with this weather. And you know what we do? This is absolutely going to have a huge effect on this game. So it's kind of flipped a lot of things around for us, but it's definitely going to be one of those magical games. I was at the Snow Bowl back in 2013, whatever it was. Oh, by the way, Matthew Stafford played in that game with the Detroit Lions. So he's coming back. He did all right in that game, if I'm not mistaken. But they're talking 4 to 5 to 6 inches right now. Yesterday it was 1 to 3. Today, 4 to 5, 4 to 6, starting at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
6 inches is significant, you know, and on this show,
I heard.
fight that inch. All right. Yeah. Listen.
That's what they say.
What they say. Inches, every inch means something. And you guys are going to have 6 inches of snow. Listen, Brace, I'm sorry I screwed up the times yesterday.
No.
You came in hot today. All right. I love this. But we have to do the people justice. Are you worried about all this momentum of the Rams? Are you worried about them? You know, it's fire and ice. I mean, in a weird type of analogy,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
We had Nick Hamilton on yesterday, a Rams guy.
He was tremendous.
Beyond well-spoken. He's great. The Rams have a case, but they don't have Sean Brace to explain why they should stay home.
Look, I think there's two ways of looking at what the Rams have been through, right? Like, eventually, doesn't it have to catch up with you? You know, that's a lot to deal with in the last 2 weeks. And, oh, by the way, let's just talk about it. It will come back to what's on the field, right? Like, yes, all well and good. They were able to play their butts off against that Vikings team in a beautiful arena and, you know, nice and clean track. And of course, we know what they have with Matthew Stafford and McVay and those scripted plays. They looked great right from the start, and everything was nice and clean. It's a whole different monster. You're on the road in Philly, taking on the number one defense in the league, and they have just transformed the way I have thought this whole season since that loss to Tampa Bay and followed by the bye. And then that's when they rose up to what the expectations were on that side of the ball. And of course, Saquon Barkley being the number one overall rusher 2 times since 1970 that's ever happened before a team having a number one defense, number one rusher. The other team was the 92 Dallas Cowboys, who I believe won the Super Bowl. So I like what the Eagles have. This is a tough team led by a tough defense, run the football, old school blue collar mentality with an excellent offensive line. It is a great team, boys. There's a few of these teams left that I can look you in the face and say they are a great football team. The Detroit Lions are a great football team. The Ravens, the Bills, the Chiefs, great football teams. I don't think I could say that about the Rams. All love and respect. When they play great, they look like they should be on that level. Mm-hmm. But, man, they've been super inconsistent for my liking. Come on down to Philadelphia, 4 to 5 to 6 inches, not a clean trek. We'll see what they have with Stafford and company.
There are 2 stats here that are going in diametric opposing ways. The first is Matthew Stafford has won 5 games this year outright as an underdog. He was 1 in 10 straight up the last 2 years with the Rams. He won 5 games outright, not covered, outright. But the Eagles have never lost a home divisional game in their history. They are 6-0 straight up, 5-1 against the number. Can you see Eagles win, Rams cover?
With the weather, yes. With the weather, I could actually, and I'm not lying to you. If you're telling me we're getting 6 inches of snow, points are going to be at a premium. Of course, I have confidence in this run game, and that's where it starts and ends. And of course, on the flip side, as I said, with the defense. But if it wasn't, just the whole field where they have to shovel the snow on the sidelines, and who's ever got the game, I believe Fox should have the game, right? We're going to have to put the highlights. They're going to have to roll out some computer graphics, some CGR or whatever it is, just so we can see where they're at on the field. Like, that's going to happen. We're going to learn a few things on Sunday, what type of graphics they have over there.
An NBC game, actually. It's an NBC game, yeah.
I didn't know that.
All right. CBS early with Kansas City Saturday, and then Fox in the evening.
That's a good thing, because those graphics would have thrown Brady for a loop. He would have been lost.
Not wrong. Not wrong. I mean,
oh, have you allowed yourself to think about this? And
wait, we can do that, Kevin.
Oh God, yeah.
If somehow the Commanders would upset the Lions on Saturday night, not only are you playing in the snow against a dome team from LA, but if you win, you host the NFC Championship in Philadelphia against a division rival who would be on their third road game in a row. I mean, you didn't really. There's no way Washington's going to Detroit and winning the game. Is there? You don't allow yourself.
You know how this works, Dave. There's no way that happens, and then all of a sudden, yeah. Look, as we look around the division around, I have my likes. I flip a coin with Buffalo and Baltimore. I'm up in the air. I like Baltimore to win the game, but would it shock you if Buffalo prevails at home? No, they've been dominant. Josh Allen's incredible. That game's tough. Eagles, I like a lot. Of course, I'm going to take them against the number, whatever. Detroit, I just think, look, the kid's been playing awesome. He's a rookie quarterback. You're asking for a lot to go into that atmosphere, and that place is on fire. And I know it's a 10-point spread, 9.5, whatever it is. I just think it's a lot to say that he can go into that environment and come away with the win. I think Detroit has just been built up for this moment. Dan Campbell, credit across the board, has been talking about this season as a 20-game season. This has been all part of the plan for Dan Campbell and that Detroit Lions team. So to sit here and say DC can continue riding this Cinderella momentum, they have a good pass game. The Rook is incredible. I think they are definitely something to look at moving down the road. It's been a hell of a year for them. I think it comes to an end this weekend in Detroit. I'm actually going to give the big point spread on that one. Never did want to give them anything along those lines, but right. I think this is probably going to be right around like a 13-point win for Detroit. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. And then on the other one, I actually like the Texans to keep it a little close. I think that's going to be Kansas City wins. Of course, they're not losing that game at Arrowhead, but I think that's going to stay within there. So there's my one underdog that I like so far this weekend.
Crazy stat. This is from the Action Network that is kind of wild to believe. We've never had a divisional round where we've had two of the games with a point spread of 7 or higher, where both of the teams favored by 7 or higher advance.
What?
Wow.
Think about that.
It's insane.
It's really crazy. In the Super Bowl era, we've always had at least one of the 7+ dogs advance when there are two games with spreads of 7 or higher.
So that would lead the Texans or the Commanders are going to win?
Correct.
Wow.
Brace, which one would you pick? Well, I mean, selfishly, you want the Commanders to win.
No. Yeah, selfishly, you're right. Exactly, because then it's a home NFC Championship game. I would have to say the Houston Texans goes into Kansas City with a hell of a defensive game plan, force turnovers like they did, easier said than done. Mahomes just does, you want to talk about divisional round. I think I saw him 6-0, 13-0 as far as touchdowns and interceptions in the divisional round in his career. So he doesn't turn the football over. And I think Kelsey and him are just going to get back to their ways. They're going to dominate.
Why? They're so due, Brace. They're 0-5-1 against the spread. 6-0 straight up by a favorite of more than a touchdown. I mean, they are so ripe to be beaten. They are so ripe to lose. Like it's absolutely. I'm wearing the hat to put the curse on them.
I put the Maloik on.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
The Chiefs are absolutely due, and it may come down to one or two plays. It may come to what? Well, finally, the football gods take the football away, and Lucy falls on her ass, and they finally get exposed.
I love it. Yeah, look, I'm sold. I would look. And what better way to start the divisional round madness on Saturday with an upset victory? Never been done before. And guess what? It's not going to happen this year. 3 in a row as far as Super Bowl champions. That would be perfect. And we would all root for it. Look, I've said this already, boys. Like, I would pull for the Commanders over the Chiefs. Anybody but Kansas City.
See, that's a Boston line. That's a Philly guy. See, yeah. Boston and Philly are
anybody.
We're the same city. Boston and Philadelphia are the same city in a lot of ways.
Absolutely, all day.
We just hate.
So I know you got to go and do your show. So I got to ask you this: if we revisit this all on Monday, when Ohio State is hosting or playing Notre Dame for the national championship, it's the last college football game of the year, and the Eagles have lost, what is that place going to be like, Sean?
Oh man, considering how everything else is happening in this in the world of sports, as far as for Philadelphia right now,
I mean, the Sixers, you got no cover. The Flyers are middling, good some nights, bad some nights, but like is this Tampa Bay NFC Championship?
Ouch.
I mean, I had to bring it up.
Ouch.
No, that one hurt. That one still has a mark.
I don't even want to be a part of those conversations, to be honest with you, because then it comes down to Jalen Hurts. What is he? What's going on there? People are wondering, has he been fully recovered since the concussion? People are bringing up how he's answering questions in a press conference. I don't care about all that. Just win a game. They won by double digits against a pretty good Green Bay Packer defense. And it's like, that's still not good enough for half of this city. Nick Sirianni, I know the record's there. Boys, you definitely had me on earlier this season where Nick Sirianni's been in my crosshairs. He has earned where they're at right now. His record, I think it's a little hollow, but again, that's easy for me to say. Bill Parcells, you are what your record says you are. But if they go out in this game against the Rams at home, I think that's a conversation that we'll absolutely have, is whether or not Nick Sirianni is the right man for the job. Again,
oh my,
and you know what else will come up too?
What?
This whole deal where you can interview our coordinators. Like, what? Come on, man. Yeah. Like, if this is the wild card round, you could do that. Can we put a pause on the divisional round, the NFC and AFC championship round, and the Super Bowl? If you want to interview my guy the week between, whatever, that's fine, the Super Bowl and the NFC championship game. But like Friday, today, Kellen Moore is interviewing with the Dallas Cowboys, and there's another team as well. Can we put a pause on this, Raj, please?
I mean, the Lions fans would agree with you. I mean, Ben Johnson has been all over the place. He's done like 15 interviews. He's supposed to be prepping for games, and he's talking to every team with an opening. So
that's interesting. Does that kind of even itself out? Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, I think just for both their games coming up this weekend, I mean, it's a distraction. How could it not be a distraction? You're talking about the future. It's something else. And you right in front of you is the biggest game of the year. So
do you think they want to be doing this? You know, it's like, do you think Kellen Moore wants to be interviewing right now for two jobs when
it's a race, right? It's musical chairs. Yeah. If you don't take one of those gigs, you could be left on the outside looking in. How often do we see Eric Bieniemy for years with the Chiefs was waiting, and his name was being tossed around, and yet he wasn't getting those jobs because the Chiefs kept on playing, and the teams wanted to interview, and then they wanted to talk to somebody else, and they wanted to hire a head coach and get started on next year, and the Chiefs were playing for another month. I mean, if you want Ben Johnson, he may be coaching for another month. The draft's in April. You're kind of behind the eight ball when that happens. So I see both sides. I see the idea of fans saying, wait, hold on. And I also see the coordinator saying, well, I got to take the job. There's 32 of these jobs in the world. That
will be a discussion on Monday if they lose. I know that. I know that for sure.
We'll do a well check on you.
Yes, please do.
Monday,
please
if need be.
It's
How's
showtime.
Jansen? Is Jansen ready for this game? Are you guys? Everybody's good?
Everybody's ready. Everybody's fired up. The flights have been booked for a few weeks now, boys. New Orleans.
Are you still going to New Orleans if the Eagles don't go?
Hell no.
Wow.
Hell no. This is boomer bust, boys. That's it. I get a free trip out of the deal if the Eagles make it. If they don't, I'm sure I'm gonna have to foot some of that bill. And Daddy ain't got the wallet like he used to. Let's put it that way.
Hey, if we end up going and it's the Eagles,
I got a boy on the way.
If we end up going and it's the Eagles, we'll bring you the good stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Remember.
Classic.
ESPN Sean, have a great show. Enjoy it. Have fun this weekend. Talk
soon. Always a pleasure.
So that's what y'all want to see, huh?
From the Gambler in Philadelphia, joining us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. We go from East Coast to West Coast to the Ravens aficionado.
Oh,
the one and only.
What the hell is this?
Kevin Stevenson joining us from Circus Sports. What's up, Kevin?
Hi guys, long time. How you guys been?
Is that Ravens gear? What the hell is that?
Yeah, we don't wear Ravens gear. See what's going on here.
Okay, yeah. Can you hear us? We're good.
Yeah. Can you hear me? We're good.
Yeah.
Well, so Dave, for some of us, it's still football season.
Ouch.
So I guess we could just kind of start there. I mean, I get it out of the way, and then yeah, we can kind of talk about what you want. But yeah, some of us, yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. I'm not trying to get too far ahead of myself or have it come back on me next week with this banter. But yeah, here we are.
Oh, but it will. I'm just letting you know it will. Okay. Only people
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Across the country have been talking about your team, the Ravens, and the Bills. It's the Sunday night monster matchup of the season, and the whole weekend rolls to it. Let's just talk about it from a book perspective first. Tell everyone what Sunday night is like at the joint at either Circa or one of the other books that you guys run. It's popping, is it not?
Sunday night is crazy. It's one of those nights where the money line parlay has become a big thing. So everything normally ties together with the late Saturday games, Sunday games. Everything's rolling right into Sunday night. And then when you have a game like this one, which I don't know, it's really parlayable, but just the excitement of it all. Obviously, last Sunday was Survivor weekend. It was the payout, so the excitement had kind of died down. But 2 Sundays ago, with the actual Survivor eliminations, I mean, Dave, I saw you there. It was. You couldn't have scripted it. I mean, there was one point where every single entry, besides the guy with the Cardinals who wasn't playing yet, was losing. I mean, there was literally one point, and it was fourth quarter in all the games. So, I mean, that's not obviously we don't want to incur that stress on any of our players, but at the same time, it's kind of exactly what we wanted in the contest. The money doesn't come easy, so Sunday nights always bring that level. It's people are either up for the day, down for the day, trying to get right, trying to get more ahead. So Sundays is definitely fun.
Kevin, an offshore book did one of those quasi fake polls around the country as to how many states are pulling for which teams that are left to win the Super Bowl. The Ravens are being supported, according to this poll, by a grand total of 1 state, the state of Maryland. That is it. Meaning nobody in the country besides Maryland people want to see Baltimore win the Super Bowl. I have a ticket on Baltimore to win the Super Bowl. I've been on your team all the way back since August. Why don't people like your team?
I think ever since just back in the day, the Ravens, they play with a certain swagger. They have a chip on the shoulder. We have to say it any certain way because, unless you win it all, it doesn't matter. But we tend to win. So we tend to beat, quote unquote, your team. So, of course, you don't like us. But at the same time, it's also a little bit of the fans of Baltimore. It's the East Coast fans. It's why people probably don't like Philly fans. We're gonna let you know when we're winning, for sure. We take our lumps when we're losing, but we're definitely gonna let you know we're winning. We got a lot of pride in our sports team, a lot of pride in our city, and it's been a good run here in Baltimore these last couple of years, especially with the Orioles and Ravens. But we don't have a championship to show for it. So I was number 1 seed.
When you win, you're like, where's the ring?
Right.
Where's
It's been a good run, but not a great. Exactly. So that's why I think people in Baltimore are excited. We see the focus of the team, but in the immortal words of Kobe, I mean, the job's not done. It's just that simple. So it's exciting, but also with that elephant in the room.
Are you surprised? Today, the money came back on the Ravens. I mean, you guys are at 1.5 right now. Everyone else is Ravens 1. There's no more picks. So, these polls and people are talking about supporting the Bills, but the people that are moving the money and betting are on the Ravens. You guys are the favorite, Kevin. Do you like the favorite role on the road in Buffalo in ice-cold conditions?
Well, if you remember back in the glorious run of Joe Flacco, who, if I'm correct, celebrated his 40th birthday yesterday, we had to go on the road and beat Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. that Denver pass. I will never forget. I had to listen to that on a radio in the back of a rental van. I was catering for a company that my brother and I had, and I will never forget Terry Sandusky saying, "And he caught," and Jacoby Jones, rest in peace. I mean, that's what playoff football is about. I mean, obviously, hopefully, you're on the right side of it, obviously, but the excitement and the thrill and the downside is when it's over, then football's over. But it's going to end the same way for every team except for one. And I think the country just hopes it's not the Chiefs. Honestly, I don't. Did they get one state? I mean, I don't know. I think everybody's seen that story, and we're on to the next. I hope.
Here are two trends: one for you and one against you. The one trend for you, you're going to like. Baltimore won the first matchup 35-10. They killed the Bills. In rematches where the winning team won by 20 or more points, in the playoffs, the winning team is 10-1 straight up. 10-1 straight up.
What's the other one? Give the other one.
Josh Allen against elite defenses, teams who are giving up 21 points or less, is 27-12-1 ATS. So Allen loves good defenses.
I agree. I think one edge we have, and I think one edge that always helps us against teams like this, are we practice against Lamar. With all due respect, Josh Allen's scrambling is not Lamar. I think that prepares our defense. I'm not discrediting him. I hope he gets the MVP. I hope he's there in person to accept it, if you understand what I'm saying. Right, exactly. Lamar, we joke, my brother and I, we joke that he doesn't have any more trophy space. Heisman, 2 MVPs, he needs something for the finger. He needs that ring. I think when you watch these locker room interactions, when you watch Derrick Henry, Roquan Smith, these guys are getting up there. Lamar's not saying he's as young as he used to be, but these other guys are getting up there, and they understand the importance of how you may never get back to this situation and to embrace it. And I just see the focus in the locker room, and I'm hoping Derrick Henry was the difference maker that's really going to put us over the edge. So far, he does look like that. We'll see. We got some tough work ahead in Buffalo for sure. This is not going to be an easy game at all. They're not the same team they were in Week 4. A Week 4 victory means absolutely nothing right now, honestly. So
I would agree with that. All right. So don't literally take your Ravens jacket off because it looks great, but take your fandom off and go back in the book here for a second, okay? And go Houston at Kansas City, getting in. Let's see, I'm going to get the fresh numbers from you guys. 8 right now. Washington getting 9 from Detroit, and the Rams getting 6 from the Eagles. Give me a dog that you go, I think that one's got the best shot to cover.
I like the Rams. I think sometimes it's not the best team. It's a team of unity. I don't want to say a team of destiny because maybe a month ago, maybe not. But I think the bond may be formed on those couple of plane rides from LA to Arizona. You're hearing about dogs and cats and cousins and brothers and everybody welcome. And I think when a team doesn't, not to say it like that, have anything else but each other, I don't know. Plus, I don't know if Philly's really been playing that great. Maybe that's the flip side of the coin. I think LA is just kind of a band of brothers right now. I think 6 is a lot. I don't know. We got a lot of big lines this week. It'll be interesting to see. I like Houston to keep it close though too. I mean, obviously in my heart of hearts, I envision the Texans win and us hosting the AFC Championship. Let's keep it real, of course. I saw. Yeah, I mean, it would be great for a rematch. I
don't even want to allow you to think it, Kevin. But a
couple years ago they put it out. Right.
Is there a chance if Baltimore wins that you text me Sunday night and say, "Do you want to go to Baltimore? Do you want to go to the AFC Championship?"
I will. The way the schedule works out and the way things are, I might already be off that day, possibly.
I'll call
so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have a better chance of being off for the AFC Championship game and going. The Super Bowl is non-negotiable. I will not be in New Orleans. I will not be able to. I saw the last guy said he had plane tickets, but he wouldn't go. The last time it was in New Orleans, we came home with the dub. They blamed Beyonce. They cut the power, all that kind of stuff. But we still got the win. But we're so far removed from that right now. We got Buffalo this week, like almost like a Bill Belichick would say. We can't think about anything else. But or the Buffalo, yeah. So it's exciting. It's exciting for sure.
You mentioned everything spinning into the Sunday night game, Kev. Make a prediction. What's the line come Sunday night? Because if Buffalo is a dog, it will snap an 18-game streak in which the Bills have been a home favorite in the playoffs. It'll be the first time since 1967 that the Bills would be a home dog in the postseason.
I think that the money will come back to Buffalo only just because, people, like you said, all the states that are supporting the Bills, I feel like Kansas City and Detroit, probably hold it down for the home teams on Saturday, and that kind of persuades the public on Sunday. I mean, what we've seen these last couple of weeks, which you guys know how you see in the playoffs, the Sharps are going to hit it first. The public money normally outweighs the sharp money just because everybody's watching these games. There's only so many games to watch, so everybody's betting on them. It's your last chance to bet, blah, blah, blah. So I think the number shifts more back to Buffalo, which is fine with me. I mean, I won't be betting this game. I had a few, not that I could take a page out of Mr. Sheriff. I had a few exactas, and so I'm holding a Detroit and Ravens 41-1 exactly right now. San Fran and Green Bay fell by the wayside, but yeah, I looked at the Ravens futures in the beginning of the year, and I've seen some people, maybe they're on the show right now, maybe they're not, do well with exactas, and so I just started trying to do some stuff like that instead of just betting a future at unfortunate not to say it like that, but we're always kind of 10 or 12-1, and that's not to lay out your money for a whole season. So
I mean, you got Buffalo people are showing up. It's going to get even time or even worse. Baltimore don't have a chance. Lamar is a choke artist.
Wait, you know who that Keith Kubelznak is? That's Double K. That's a co-worker from Circa. That's Big Kevin out of Detroit. He's coming in giving you the business. But Sunday night is time to get even or get even worse.
He's got time on his hands since he doesn't have any Packers highlights to watch.
So. Look at you. You are just firing shots at everybody right now.
We were on the line the other day, and I looked around, and my, Cowboys fans, Packers fans, Anthony's there, Steelers guy, no offense. And I didn't know, we just talked about the weather. So hopefully next week I'm not talking about the weather.
Here's a crazy stat to throw more stats at you, Kevin. Yep. Josh Allen hasn't won 2 straight playoff games since 2021. Lamar Jackson never has.
Right.
He's never won 2 playoff games in a row.
Oh my God, really?
That's crazy.
So what I'll say, and not to say it like that because I feel like I know the team, but what I'll say about stats is I didn't realize when I went home, I guess 3 weeks ago at this point. I go home every year for Ravens Steelers. And I know I'd seen Tyler Huntley play a couple times, Pro Bowl Tyler Huntley. But I didn't ever realize that Lamar had never played the Steelers in Baltimore until that game 2 weeks ago. So you hear these stats about how the Steelers. And Dave, again, this honestly isn't but these stats
like
sometimes. Just cover yours for a second. Sometimes these stats are skewed, and they're talking about the Steelers have beat them 6 out of 8. Well, 4 out of 8 of those Lamar didn't even play, and
he's never won 2 playoff games in a row. I don't know how you're.
We get out. No, we get out. We get out of that.
Never won.
No, we get out. We get out. 100%. A lot of divisional, a lot of wild card games. It's really just that simple. I guess my overall point is I'm trying not to get caught up in any hypes or trends. I feel like this is just a different team in my heart. And honestly, nothing matters until how they perform on the field. I feel like in the playoffs, sometimes Lamar has felt the pressure. He's tried to save the day because he knows that he's the guy. I feel like Derrick Henry has kind of provided that safety blanket. I mean, Lamar has a lot fewer interceptions this year. Most of his interceptions are ones that hit off receivers' hands. I just feel like he's different. I feel like they're different. But yeah, we're gonna see Sunday night, man, because we're running into a team that's on fire. They want to win, and so
I hope
it's gonna be a good game.
I hope the game lives up to the hype as far as the total goes. This will be the last one for me, sir. The total's 51, and we always have a weather portion of the show, which we've talked about the weather all week. We'll get a little bit closer. And I'm sure we'll put up a graphic or we'll have somebody in the chat tell us exactly what it's going to be like in Buffalo on Sunday night. But how does this play out to the total in your mind? I still like the over. It's going down and it's moving down. What do you have a lean to the total either way?
I think these teams are going to play. I feel like even though defenses are good and you see the run, I like the total. I saw Harbaugh yesterday. Not only are we practicing in the cold, but apparently they've now shut off the water at the training facility so the pipes don't freeze because they're making it that cold inside. So, Buffalo's not going to be affected by the weather. And I feel like we play in some cold. I'm not saying we're playing in Buffalo cold, but I feel like people think weather and they think under. I think these offenses are executing. I'm knocking on wood here that our boy Tucker is back on track. They have a good kicker, so I feel like points will be had. Which, we've been scoring a lot. They've been scoring. I like the over. I obviously hope most of the points are on our side, but it's can't get nervous when they come out if they go up 10-0. I mean, they're going to score for sure. It's how we answer back.
Why are they going to score for sure? I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if Buffalo's going to score for sure. This is a game in the 20s to me. This is run the football. This is old school football. I mean, the weather is going to be brutal. 18 degrees, feels like 10, snow in the forecast in Buffalo. Like it's cold.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I didn't think a couple teams these past couple of weeks would score on us. I mean, I guess we did hold Houston to 2. I'm not trying to knock the defense. I guess that's more, again, my heart of hearts, just mentally preparing.
Since week 11, Kevin, you've had the best defense in football.
We just sometimes don't get off to the greatest start. Obviously, we pick sixes sometimes. We bounce back. These teams are locked in. I give Zach all the credit. He's got these guys playing good. Everybody was throwing dirt on us when we were 0-2 to start the year. We're waiting to see Kansas City again. I think that's more or less it. We're focused, and I just hope we don't look past Buffalo. Nobody in our organization, I feel, is going to be satisfied until Lamar kind of gets this monkey off his back with Kansas City. He just can't seem to beat Mahomes. I don't know what it is. We play good every time, and then somehow we just lose. Last time it was Isaiah Likely's shoe size. So I mean, it's just we gotta just do it. I hope you're right, Matt. I hope this defense does look locked in. I don't think James Cook is going to do what he's been doing all year on us, and then that forces Josh Allen to run. And as long as we can contain him, I feel like we should be good.
Kevin, enjoy the game, my friend. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate your time today.
Always a pleasure, guys. Thanks for having me.
The one and only Kevin Stevenson from Circuit.
I'll be there Sunday, hiding in the back.
Sounds good. That's Kevin Stevenson, Circuit Sports, joining us here on the Boston Universal the book. Great to get him on the program.
Seem nervous.
Of course. Well, I mean, I'd be nervous too. It's a massive game. It's an absolutely massive, huge football game. Tyler, you're late, dude. We've already covered this point about where the Bills are as a home dog and where we are. So appreciate you, Joan, copping in, but you just outed yourself for being late to Roll Call Friday. We've already gone over this. But
he's being sarcastic. Buffalo has never lost at home in the playoffs as a dog. And then parentheses, never been a home playoff dog. But that's beside the point.
They haven't. Well, since the merger in 1970, they have not been. They've never been a dog. The last time they were a dog in the playoffs was 1967 against the Chiefs. Len Dawson and the Chiefs went there and were favored.
Lenny Dawson was a tremendous quarterback.
In 1967, that's the last time that we've seen the 18 consecutive games. It's the longest home playoff favorite streak in NFL history.
CBW could attest to that. He saw Lenny Dawson play. I did not.
I met Lenny Dawson a bunch of times.
Yeah. You met him?
Yeah, a bunch of times in KC.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Forget I worked in Kansas City. Everyone always forgets that.
It wasn't long.
2 years.
Oh, I thought that was the 1 year stint.
No, I was in Des Moines. I was working in Kansas City and Des Moines at the same time. I was working for 610 Sports.
Oh, okay.
Now the home of the Chiefs. 610 Sports at the time wasn't the home of the Chiefs. 610 Sports is now the home of the Chiefs.
Right.
So, yeah, I met Lenny Dawson. I met Royals players, Chief players.
The Chiefs hat looks uncomfortable on your head.
Of course it's uncomfortable on my head. It's like burning. It's like you wearing Ravens hats. It's the same thing. Can't stand it.
Right.
But this is double Malik. We're going with Connecticut and we're going with Chiefs.
What did Connecticut do?
This is all hate. This is all hate Friday. this is all hate because it's Red Friday. Chief fans, if you know, you know. It's Red Friday.
Yeah.
So you're wearing the Chief hat for Red Friday, and then I'm wearing the Connecticut shirt just because. Yes, it looks so wrong. It is so wrong. Everything's wrong. Connecticut's wrong. Chiefs are wrong. Everything's wrong. Hopefully we're right because that means they lose. And the Chiefs are going home. That's the idea. The idea is to watch them go home on Saturday, which would be tremendous in the first game to watch a gigantic upset. It would be tremendous. So
I'm glad it's Friday. I feel like, I mean, you know, we've had a bunch of guests all week and you guys have done a great job of showing up. And I just want to play the games. Like I am so psyched up for tomorrow. I got a text last night from Zaid about the fights and, you know, he's going to LA.
Yeah. Why? They just canceled the main event. So that card just got destroyed. So bye-bye. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Which main event? What the
Zarukian's out.
Oh,
Zarukian's out. Yeah. It's Moncaya now. It's Moncano now. They slid in Moncano. It's not even close to being as fun of a fight. Not even close.
What's the line?
Daniel G. Yes. Zarukian's out. Back injury, scratched this morning. So that card is just bye-bye.
Oh, man.
Yeah, stinks. Yeah, sad trombone on that. So not nearly as fun. Not nearly as entertaining. Not nearly as fun. So sorry for Z to going out there to LA. But it's going to the Intuit Dome. Should still be sick. Still be.
Oh, my God. He's minus 1,200.
Yeah.
Makhachev is minus 1,200.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Islam's not losing to Moncano. It's not happening. Islam Makhachev is not losing to that guy. Sorry.
I don't think he was losing to the other guy, but
probably not. But it was a lot. It was a minus 300. It was a $3 price, not $12 price.
Is your daughter doing womp womp, by the way, all the time? Have you heard that yet? When you say something and she gives you the womp womp.
What does she do the other one? She does something else too. Yeah, she does that, but she does the other one too. I can't remember what she always does.
I don't know. I'm getting
she does the tear. She does the sad tear thing.
Right. Yeah.
And then but yes, the womp womp is definitely part of the lexicon.
I could just hear Kendall saying it to me right now. All the main events canceled. Womp womp.
Yeah, rude. So that stinks. So that kills that card. It's why I didn't even put it on the rundown. So it didn't even make the rundown because the card is not nearly as good with that change out. Okay, a couple quick things, and then we'll get to the games because Evan Abrams, I mean, my God, dude, tip of the cap. What a damn job. His article today or 2 days ago on the divisional round. I mean, for somebody like me who is all about trends, it's pornography, how good it is. It's incredible.
Yeah.
3 ranked teams got beat last night in college basketball.
Yeah, it was a good night.
Only three ranked teams played last night in college basketball, and they all went down. Oregon State beat number 16 Gonzaga. Temple beat number 18 or 16, depending on the rankings, with Memphis. And Minnesota beat Michigan last night outright.
Thank goodness a Minnesota team won. I felt so good when I saw that highlight. And that was a half-court buzzer beater right? I mean, that kid heaved that thing. We were watching the highlights, and I kind of jumped up. I was like, wow, you know, what did they close? Michigan closed a pretty big favorite.
10.
Yeah. So big favorite there.
Yeah.
The Zags were big favorites against Oregon State. They were getting 9.5.
Oregon State is now, I think they're 9-1 at home, ATS.
Hold on, let me check.
Like, they're really good at home. Like, Oregon State, Gonzaga was walking into a buzzsaw on this. So, I mean, I was on with Terrell Furman on a live stream for Betting Pros, and we were going over it. And I took the dogs in all 3 of these games. Took Oregon State, took Temple, and took Minnesota. I didn't take outright, but I took the points on all of them. It was unbelievable.
97-89 last night in overtime. Oregon State. Wow. So, yeah, they only have – do they have no losses at home or one?
At home straight up or at home versus the spread?
I think
they're 10-1 now, ATS, at home. Oregon State is brutal. They're 14-4 overall ATS. They're 10-1 straight up.
Right, 14-5 straight up, and 7-3 in their last 10. I don't have the home record right in front of me, but that's
10-1. Home record's 10-1 ATS.
Okay.
They were 9-1. They were 9-1 going into that game, and yet they were catching 9.5 points. That was wrong. And then Minnesota's been hot. They were one of the worst. I think they were at one point the worst team ATS in college basketball, and they've since done pretty good work. Now it's 3 out of 4 games they've covered, and now they win outright over a ranked team. Pretty impressive. And then Temple just looked great against Memphis. Never trailed. They were great.
Yeah.
Court storms, college basketball, midweek games on the road.
C, Chris Covey just came in the chat and said it. Road games are hard. We should put that on a t-shirt. I mean, road games are hard.
Yeah.
That's good. I just want to keep saying it because if you say it like with the right stress and accent, road games are hard.
It's hard to say that. But teams to take a look at that. I mean, Temple is a team that's getting right. That's now 5 straight covers for Temple. The way they've played, they're now 4-0 in conference ATS. That's a team you guys might want to be watching as to what they're doing, in particular for home games for Temple. And then Minnesota, who couldn't get out of their own way for most of the year. They're now 4-12, 4-12-2 ATS, 3-9-1 at home. But 3 of the last 4 games they've covered. And that's a huge win for them. You know, they've covered by losing. Like at home against Ohio State, they lost by 1 in double overtime. They were catching 5. Against Maryland on the road, they were catching 15.5. They lost by 6. This game, they were catching 10.5, and they won the game outright. So this is a big upset for Minnesota to get that W over Michigan, who's really gambling by playing 2 7-footers at the same time in college basketball. You don't see that very often. Not at all.
You don't even see it in the NBA. You rarely have 2 7-footers on the same team.
Yeah.
So when you have 2 and you have them both out there
on the court.
Yeah. So that's good. Like we talked about it yesterday. The wide openness of college basketball this year feels different, looks different, and is going to lead to, I mean, a lot of people like to call it building a portfolio and grabbing a bunch of different teams at really good prices so you can kind of be set up in position when the bracket comes out and go, this is the path. Betting those things without the path is really tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can get good spots with a lot of
hedge.
teams.
Yeah. You get positions, put down positions to hedge off of it. All right.
Hold on.
What?
Chicago Kristen.
No.
Just came in. I have to read it.
Okay.
I have to read it.
Okay.
She came in the chat and said, the worst road trip ever when I played ball. Bus drive to Fargo, Minnesota. Road trips are hard. I mean, that's a hard trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's a hard
yeah.
trip. Before we get to football games, did you see this is the NBA portion of the show. It's going to last 30 seconds.
Yep.
Did you see Oklahoma City dismantle Cleveland yesterday?
I did. I was on Cleveland. It didn't matter to me.
Oh, yeah. No, OKC didn't matter to you?
No, because they're playing. That was small ball for them. And if that's how they're going to play, okay, but that's not how they play. I mean, they have Chet and they've got Hartenstein. So they just, for whatever reason, Cleveland just didn't match it. Like I thought that they would match it, or they couldn't keep up. They couldn't. And I thought Allen would eat. They ran him to the bench. Like he couldn't play in that game. That they played. That was AAU basketball. That was just go, get the ball and fly. And frankly, I think OKC might want to play that way more often because they looked insane playing that way.
I was so impressed. I was watching it, and before it was even the mid third quarter, that game was a rout, and it was over.
Yeah, over. Now, luckily, I had the other side. I had the puck line that came in easily at plus 150 to make up for the plus 130 bet that I took with Cleveland. Columbus came in and they smacked the Sharks.
Yeah, that's the hockey portion of the show. The Blue Jackets are playing well.
Yeah, so got that. So they continue their hot streak. Columbus has been red hot. And they continue it now. I think it's 7 of 8 they've won for Columbus. So, and they're really good at home. So that's a team also you want to look at to do that. Thank you, CBW. Zay Flowers is listed as doubtful. They don't need him. It's an added weapon to have him. But in the snow, I don't think he'd be that big of a weapon anyway. Here's your weather forecast for tomorrow and Sunday. In Kansas City, we're looking at kickoff temperature somewhere around 23 degrees with brisk winds to make it feel like 12 degrees at kickoff. Nothing to worry about there with the Lions and the Commanders, but Philadelphia is looking increasingly like it's going to be a large snow event coming in. Yeah. So you heard Sean Brace earlier in the show in Philadelphia say it's happening. They're going to be snowing, which, given the way that the Rams can run the football, I'm not so sure that is a massive problem for the Rams. It's a problem because it's just outdoors, it's weather, it's cold. But I don't think it's as big of a problem as it would be with other teams because they can really run the football. We'll see.
If they can run the football, then it will be a game. If they can't run the football, Stafford outside in that weather.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to it in a second with Stafford. He hasn't played outdoors at all. And then Buffalo is 18 degrees. It's going to feel like 10 with the wind chill, and snow is very likely to be happening at some point during the game.
Dropped to 30 last night here.
Yeah.
And I went outside. It felt so cold.
Do you see what Monday's going to be?
Yeah. It's going to get colder here.
Monday's going to be. Picked a great time to go back to my workout routine.
I begged her to turn the heat on. I'm like, you got to turn the heat on. I can't take it in the house. I'm going to go sit in the car and turn the heat on because you got to turn the heat on. You had to take the chill out of the house. 60 in the house.
No, that's ridiculous.
60. That's 60. I said, come on, your parents are over there. I mean, this is abuse.
70 is the lowest you'll ever see in my house.
What is it?
70 will be the lowest you'll ever see in my house.
It was 60.
Yeah. Never seen it. You'll never see 60s in my house. Never. 70s,
Guys,
68.
We're going to do roll call Friday in about 45 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever it is.
Less than that.
What's the temperature, the lowest temperature you allow your house to get before you got to turn the heat on? Because there's guys in here that are like, 62. I would love to have that. No, it's not comfortable. It's not.
No, it's uncomfortable.
70? You're an old man. You don't let it get lower than that.
Why? It doesn't matter. I have. The way I pay my bill is I pay the same price every month. So I just set my thermostat and leave it. It's 70 year round. Never ends.
Okay.
Cool, hot, just 70 year round. 64 degrees in Iowa, Whitrock. What is going on with you?
I'm telling you, we got polar bears.
That's nuts.
Bears. Yeah.
Oh my, 64 indoors, 59 degrees. Are you?
Sean's in Detroit.
59 degrees.
Right, come on.
Oh,
that's Eskimo like. That's meat locker like.
59. Holy Christmas, guys. Wow, that's cold. All right, let's get to the division rounds. Evan Abrams, start off with a couple of trends. So I talked about this earlier, but 2 games with lines of 7+ points. We haven't seen a 2-0 ATS result in 16 years when we have 2 games with big spreads of 7 points or more. It gets worse. In the Super Bowl era, we have always had at least one 7-point dog advance to the championship round when there are 2 or more games with spreads 7 points or higher.
That is such a random thing, but it makes me think that one of these teams is going to lose.
It makes perfect sense. We always have one Cinderella. We always have one team that does something
in this round, not so much in the championship round, is it?
No, but they just get to get there. That's if they win at 7-point dogs outright, they just go ahead and advance. So like a wild card team, look at the Patriots, 86. Patriots did it, constantly winning on the road as dogs. Take your pick. Who loses, the Lions or the Eagle or the Chiefs? The Chiefs. One of those two teams going down makes a lot of sense. We've seen it so many times. They're playoff teams. We overlook it. We advance them quickly to the next round. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, wait, they lost. How did that happen?
Are you able to put that teaser that we got from Meadowlands Rob on the screen? That I sent you a picture of that?
Can we do it later?
Yeah, we'll do it later. But there's a
teaser
teaser that I got sent from Meadowlands Rob. We'll show you guys in like 20
what
minutes.
What book is offering 13-point teasers?
A local.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because 13-point teasers are 13-point teasers. And I want to know why is it in minus 140? I mean,
that's tremendous.
That's what a 6-point teaser is
here
at Books in Vegas.
They don't get it.
Not a 13-point, a 6-point teaser is minus 140.
I know.
So that's a brilliant price. That's glorious, gorgeous price.
They got it all. They got all of that business.
Oh,
yeah.
Amazing. More. Since 2003, home teams off buys are covering just 44% of the time. When the line is 7 or more, it's 42% of the time. Careful with the Chiefs and the Lions, guys. Careful with the Chiefs and the Lions.
Oh, my.
However, wildcard dogs who won on the road are just 2-20 straight up in the next round since 2011.
So dogs that won on the road, Washington.
That's it. Only one.
It doesn't. The Rams don't count, right?
No.
I mean, they won in Arizona. The game wasn't really at home.
They were a home game. That was a home team for them. They weren't a dog.
Okay.
Sorry, they weren't a road team. They were a home team in that game. And in that scenario, they're home.
Okay.
This is only one team has gone on the road this year. That's Washington. So Washington losing or beating the Lions, everything is pointing towards
the Chiefs losing. Boy, my wife's going to be so upset if the Chiefs lose.
I don't know. Texans are 8.5-point dogs. Totals 41.5. Can the Chiefs win against anybody? Can they win by 2 scores?
10.
Can they? They haven't in forever.
I mean, the game fell, 8 last time they played? Right? It was 28, 28-17, I think.
The fourth quarter score.
28-19 or something. It was 9. What the hell was it? I forget what the score was with the Chiefs and the Texans. December 21st.
Yeah, that's the game that they lost Tank Dell, right?
Yes.
So Tank Dell blew his knee
throw it out. I don't know how much stock I put into that.
It was 27-19.
27-19. Thank you, T-Lo. By the way, I saw T-Lo last night on with Gabe and Cam.
Oh,
got
nice.
some nice fancy glasses. His hair was perfect. I
Very
see
nice.
you working, T-Lo. That was good. That was good. Why can't they? I think they can. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying like they're like the Celtics and not interested in the regular season, because in the NFL you have to be interested. I mean,
lowest total of any playoff game involving Patrick Mahomes. It's the second lowest total ever for Mahomes. The other one, Christmas against the Raiders. What happened? They lost.
Well, that was against Vegas. Got my Vegas stuff on.
They lost in that game. Just saying
how much movement we'd have to do on the futures if the Chiefs lose Saturday. Like, we got to do some major adjustments. Major.
KC 0-5-1 ATS, but 6-0 straight up when they're a favorite of more than a touchdown.
So it screams them winning, not covering. Right?
It would, because CJ Stroud as a dog is a teaser dream. He's 13-3 ATS in 6-point teasers when he's a dog.
Oh, how does this game not fall in the teaser range? Like this one falls in the teaser range all 4 ways. Chiefs down, most likely win and don't cover.
Yep.
Texans cover 13 or
12,
14, whatever. It's 8.5 now. So if you get 6.5 points, that's 6 points is 14.5. The total's perfect. The total is perfect. I mean, if it's going to be that cold, 41 is the perfect total. 41.5 is pretty standard right now. Go down and go over. The only way it loses if you go down and it stays under 35.
Dome team playing in sub 30-degree weather outside on the road is 2-7 straight up since 2004.
That's a struggle, man. Texans are going to struggle to score. They win this game like 13-10 if they win. They don't win this game 27-24. Texans don't win an over game. No chance. No chance.
No. I can't. This is going to be fascinating to watch. Fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
KC by 1-10 is plus 165 at FanDuel.
That's exactly what it is, no?
Probably. But then KC can lose this game. I feel more comfortable teasing up.
That's fine, but you only have to pick one thing. KC to win by 1 through 10 plus money.
Yeah, give me as many points as you want. Texans plus 8.5, Texans plus 9, Texans plus 9.5. Give me Houston. That and teasing it up. Both on this. Texans defense, I think, keeps them in the game. CJ Stroud will need to throw up all over himself for this to be a 10-point win or more for KC. Stroud just has to get the football out of his hands. Just don't get sacked and don't fumble the football.
I cannot imagine if the Chiefs are losing at halftime.
They will be losing at halftime.
How much money?
The Texans are incredible in the first half. They're an auto bet.
I was just going to say, the Texans have been great in the first half, bad in the second half. And the Chiefs have been terrible in the first half. And obviously 15-2. They won a lot of games coming back.
Yeah, here are your numbers. The Texans are 14-4 against the number in the first half this year. 14-4. DeMeco Ryans in his career is 26-11 as the head coach. And with CJ Stroud, he's 26-9. The problem is the second half. They're 5-13 in the second half against the spread this year.
Wow.
The Chiefs are the exact opposite. The Chiefs stink in the first half, but they are tremendous in the second half. The Chiefs since 2020 are 21-12 straight up when trailing at the half. No other team in the NFL has a winning percentage above 40% in that span. That's just nuts. The rest of the NFL wins about 23% of their games when they are trailing outright at the half.
I mean, the game is 8. The first half is 6. The game is 8, and the first half is 6. I know you're not good at the math. What is half of 8?
4.
It's 6.
Yep. I ask you this question all the time.
We just gave all the numbers that would indicate that Houston is the play in the first half. And somebody okayed this number to be 6 when all you had to do was give them 4 or 4.5. I don't know. Yeah. But I can tell you this, if the Chiefs are trailing at halftime, the amount of money that will be bet on the Chiefs at halftime will be like landslide waterfall gift. I will
and bet the under in the second half. Over the last 2 seasons, the second half under in Chief games is 28-10, going under by 4.9 points. It's the best mark of any team in the NFL.
Under in the second half. Okay.
By over a field goal, under.
Wow.
In the second half. So
yeah, that baby's going to roll.
You want to bet this? It's take the +6, then at halftime bet the Chiefs and bet the under in the second half because they make massive adjustments in the second half.
Before we move on, if the Texans are trailing at halftime, is it a wrap?
If they're trailing at the halftime, I would say, yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah, I would agree. It's over.
Okay.
Yeah. Then Commanders at the Lions, numbers 8.5, total 55.5. This is the biggest playoff total since Mahomes and Baker played in 21, where the Chiefs beat the Browns. That game ended 22-17. Be careful with this over automatic play that everyone's running around talking about. It's playoff football.
I had the Browns in that game.
Wow, you remember that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was. I think the Browns beat the Steelers the week before, and I was like, man, they got to beat the Chiefs and get to the Super Bowl.
Lions are 6-0 straight up in night games this year. Dan Campbell is 10-0 straight up in primetime. It gets worse for Washington. Dan Campbell on extended rest is 12-4-1 straight up as the Lions head coach. He's 13-4 ATS. Here's a parlay for you.
How they gonna lose? They ain't gonna lose.
Here's a parlay for you. Texans in the first half plus the 6, and the Lions in the first half minus whatever number they're going to give you, 4.5 or 5. Over the last 3 years, Detroit is covering first half spreads 74% of the time. And when they play a team with a winning record, they're 19-6 in the first half.
6.5 for the first half of the Lions.
Books are just, what do you do? You guys suck.
6.5.
They know what everyone's going to bet.
Listen, there's only 4 games left. It's easy. There's
Playing
no
defense.
stealth. There's no stealth bombers flying underneath on the lower down the schedule like Tennessee and Jacksonville. Where,
Right.
You know, the rhombuses and parallelograms can come in and annihilate you, or the razor blades do something else on some other random game. There's 4 games. The numbers are sharp. That's a tough number. 6.5. Game's 8. Well, no, this game's 9.
Anybody offer first
consensus is 9.
Anybody offer a first half teaser?
Show's over. That's it. That's it. The show's over. We've done 3 years. You just asked a ridiculous question. Show's over. That's it.
Come on, Books. Give me a first half teaser. I want to tease the Lions down and the Texans up. What price are you going to give me on a first half teaser? Tell me.
Listen. There's a lot of shit out there. Sorry, Will. I had to do it. Make sure you're still watching the show. You've had it pretty easy all week. Taught me to lip. But that question deserves to get us on Circle Back. Pizzola, if you're watching, put us
Circles
on.
off, by the
Take
way,
your
circles
shot.
back. Circles off.
Climb back, circles off, circle back, whatever you want to call it. First half teasers. But I'm telling you, that's not the first time I've been asked that. People would love to do first half teasers.
3-point, right? Why can't you do a 3-point first half teaser?
If people will bet it, when we run the book, the BVB book, we'll do it.
What's the price? Because I ain't paying minus 150. What's the price on a 3-point first half teaser?
We only got 30 minutes. I had 30 minutes, and that's a small window.
No way. Hard Rock's got them? Is that true?
Seriously, Mr. Anderson?
Florida, you guys get first half teasers?
Take a picture of it and put it in the Discord.
Please.
TheBVBshow.com. If you guys are watching the show, go there, get in the Discord. Mr. Anderson, you're on the hook for taking a picture of that. I'd love to see that. That's a genius idea. I was just giving you crap, but like,
no,
if you're a book, I mean, like, listen,
drive handles. Anyway, you can drive
is given a service, like there's a service fee for $20 a month to get better parlay odds.
Yeah,
you could offer anything in this world. You could offer anything as long as you're willing to take
the Lions game. Show me the Lions game. Show me if can I tease the first half 6.5 Lions down to 3.5.
Right.
So are we going to have to do, first half teaser protection? Might go 6.5 instead of going to 6. You get teased down to 3.
My stomach just tightened up thinking about the snipers that would be coming in and annihilating this, keying this to this, this to that. Oh my Lord. We'd have to really, I got to text the guy after the show. Have you ever heard of 3-point teasers in the first half?
Oh, it's tremendous. And then Monty's playing. The Commanders gave up the 3rd most rushing yards per game this year. So you got the double-headed monster for the Lions. It's probably all she wrote for the Commanders.
That building is going to be so hyped up.
Rookie quarterback on the road in a divisional game. Look out. Like, just duck it.
I ain't worried about him. I'm worried about the line trying to stop him.
I'm worried about everyone because that building is going to be on fire.
Oh.
Again, careful. I don't think Washington scores much. I don't think that game goes over. You need the Commanders to play ball with you, and I'm not so sure they're going to score enough to go over 55.5 points.
Right.
Could be 30-10, and that's it. Rams, Eagles, number is 5.5 or 6. Total is 43. Really interesting numbers here. Matthew Stafford, different player. Before this year, in December or later in the year, he was 6-24 straight up as a dog. He's 3-0 as a dog after December 1st so far this season. He's won 5 games outright this year as a dog. He was 1-10 straight up in the 2 years before heading into this. Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford together on short rest. Remember, LA played on Monday.
Right.
They're 8-2 ATS together.
I feel like all this talk, I should put the Rams hat back on.
8-2. Now, for you Eagle fans, Jalen Hurts, he loves to kill good teams. 15-7 against the number against teams over 500. Only Lamar Jackson is better in the NFL right now, facing good teams. Matthew Stafford has played 1 game in the last 3 years in the cold. That was this year against the Jets, and they won that game, 19-9. Everybody thought
the Jets.
Everybody thought the Jets had their number, right? Oh, outdoors.
Jets.
All right. And then finally, the Eagles have never lost a home divisional game. They are 6-0 straight up. They're 5-1 against the number in their history. The late game have some really fun trends, and we'll get to roll call. We'll get to roll call Friday after we do this. So you guys get ready for roll call Friday.
Man.
Ravens -1 at the Bills. Predict it. What's the closing line?
If we get Bills money, we'll do pick. I think we could go back to pick. I don't want to give them another shot at Ravens plus money. They don't get it. Not from me. I know what they're doing. You ain't getting another shot at it. Not before the game, because we're going to have to manage this game differently than any game of this season. This year. This has so much handle rolling to it. This has so much futures money rolling to it. This, God forbid, if all the favorites win, it's just going to have money line parlays rolling to it. Every damn teaser rolling to it. If this falls in the window of all the teasers winning, it's a 7-point game either way, I ain't giving you a shot again on Ravens plus money. It ain't happening. So I say pick. I'll be very surprised if it crosses over to Buffalo favored.
Okay.
So if it does, it just ticks right back.
Okay. I hope it does.
Right back.
I'll tell you why here in a second. Buffalo's, if they're a home dog, it would snap an 18-game streak of being a playoff favorite at home dating back to before the merger. 1967 was the last time the Bills were a home dog in the postseason. Talked about it against the Chiefs. Lamar is 3-1 against the number against Josh Allen in their career. It's pretty wild, including this year. A win and a cover for Lamar.
Everything went bad that game.
Mahomes owns Lamar, but Lamar is starting to own Josh a little bit here.
Mahomes, hold on, say that again. Mahomes
owns Lamar, but okay. Lamar is starting to build a resume on Josh.
I mean, you used the term before. I don't know if it was this week or last week, but you said legacy game.
Mm-hmm.
This is Josh Allen's,
it's not Lamar's.
Mona Lisa. No.
Okay.
No.
If Lamar is a
He's
dog
home, like that, this is the game that Josh wins and cements everything that everybody dreams and hopes and wants him to be until he goes on a road and wins a game.
These numbers are really bad for the Bills, though. If Lamar is a dog at kick, which he might be, or maybe pick, right. 12-3 ATS, but he's 14-1 in a 6-point teaser in his career.
I don't think the teaser can lose either way. Honestly, Lamar, I don't know. I would you could tease either side. I don't think this is more than 7 either way.
Let's say it closes -1 with the Ravens favored. The game opened with the Bills -1 or -1.5.
Right.
The Bills are open. When Lamar opens as a dog, as he did, he's 19-1 in a 6-point teaser. He's 17-3 against the number. It's the best mark in the NFL.
This is going to be an absolute heavyweight slugfest fight.
He's 20-5 straight up at night, Lamar Jackson. That's the best mark of any starting quarterback since the merger in 1970, with at least 15 starts in the NFL. And this is the best stat of all. Baltimore.
Did you find anything positive for the Bills?
Barely any. Baltimore won the first game 35-10. In rematches where the winning team won the game by 20 points, the winning team is 10-1 straight up in the rematch.
It's the only thing I've been thinking about since like Tommy the Lip was on, and Carver was a little more reserved, but Tommy the Lip is convinced that the things are all changed since. And it's fine, but I don't know.
It keeps on getting worse. The Bills are 4-22 against the number since 2022 against teams who scored 21 points or more per game.
God.
When they play elite defenses, they lose. They don't cover. 4-22 straight up. Now, if you want to, here are some trends for the Bills. Okay, so it's not all negative. Josh Allen against elite defenses who give up 21 points or less. He's 27-12-1 ATS.
Okay.
And the Bills are 8-1 to the over at home this year, 14-4 overall.
I know it's going to be cold. I still like the over.
Oh,
I do.
Tease it up. Same game, tease it.
The Juice said the Lip should have a picture in the dictionary for the word delusional. JPC the fourth said Lip sounds like a cultist. Said his Buffalo fans want it so bad. Teaser talk is getting you excited, Raj. Hey, listen, that's good. Hey, as long as you get it still excited, that's fine. We need that. That's good. I want you to still get excited.
This is the craziest stat of all, though. That Allen has not won 2 straight games since 21, and Lamar has never won 2 playoff games in the same playoffs in his career. And this is the game he does it on the road at Buffalo in 10-degree weather. Okay.
I said it to Kevin. I cannot imagine this game with home field advantage being like, if the Texans win Saturday, this gets ramped up to a different level.
Oh, because the winner hosts. Yeah.
The winner hosts the game.
Yeah. The AFC title game. Right.
The winner hosts the game.
People are making reservations in New Orleans from Buffalo in Baltimore. They're jumping up and down. They think that they're going. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's going to be, and that will, so you're working at the book on Saturday and the first game happens and the Chiefs lose. You get these just piles of money on the Bills and or the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. Like, it's good for a handle.
Right.
You know, because like, well, they're not going to lose that game. You want to talk about the team, the Cinderella that gets to the championship game that loses. Texans somehow win Saturday. There ain't no way in hell they're going to one of them teams and win it. Bills, let's see, D Stout 19. I'm glad to see you. Congratulations on the Gophers. Very happy for that. Bills are going to pull a Sam Darnold and company this weekend. You can say that because you're from Minnesota. All of the Bills reach out to Vikings for tips on how to deal with a devastating loss. I mean, that's fair.
Oh,
I did a well check on James Farah. I checked on him today. I said, hey, I was thinking of you. I haven't heard from you all week. Are you okay? He said he went down to the game.
Yeah, he went down to watch the Vikings.
And he said that not surprised they lost, but it didn't go anything close to the way I thought it would.
Not even close. It is time, boys. We have hit that part of the program. Roll call Friday time. Our first one on an actual Friday. We did it on Wednesday of last week. This is a Friday. Roll call Friday for 2025.
2 hockey games before we start. Guys, right now, put your 3-digit area code and a comment, weather report, anything you want. We're letting it fly on a Friday. Ooh. So I put it out on the socials at SportsBK Sig right there. Matt has Sports Talk Matt right there. The show is at Boston versus the Book, which is right under the logo there. I said the total number of states today because show views and things like that have been going up with the playoffs. Everything ramps up. So I said 41.5 was the number of states today. May have overreached a little bit, like that total in the Washington.
Let's do this. I haven't done one of this.
You haven't done the map in a while.
I haven't done the map in a while. Let's do the map. Let's do a map. We haven't done that
and then the states, the countries. I put the flat number of 5. So because I figure we're getting hopefully Mexico, Canada. Hopefully I see Vinko in Croatia. Maybe we get one of the guys down south at one of the joints watching it, and hopefully maybe England or something like that. So five countries, 41 and a half states, and we'll dab the map. We'll go from there. Quick hockey portion of the show. 2 games today. Buffalo is hosting the Penguins.
Yeah.
Small favorite. I say Buffalo. You say bet it or book it. What do you think?
Buffalo. I almost bet it.
Okay.
Almost bet it. I choked on it, but I didn't. I came close to betting.
I got the night stuff on. They're playing at Carolina.
Yep.
Coming off a loss.
Yep.
Plus 140. Vegas. What do you think?
Give me Carolina.
Okay, I like Vegas. All right. That was the hockey portion of the show, boys and girls, because we got to do this roll call Friday. That's it. Are you ready?
We're ready. Let's roll.
Yeah, we're not messing around. It's playoffs. I can't. We'll worry about rapping and all that other stuff. I got things to do. Plus, my favorite thing about today, my wife and daughters are driving me crazy right now. Just take a deep breath. All right, we're good. Jim Montgomery, representing the 215. Philly Burbs. Last time Stafford played in Philly in the snow was not good. Go Birds. Get him, Monty.
It's been a while. Stafford's not played in the snow for a while. It's been a while.
Okay. There's our one of our resident wrenches, Addison, who made an appearance today on the DTL with Alan Bell. I didn't see it, but I heard it went well. Good. Thank you. That was hockey talk is always welcome. 812 B-Town, Indiana, 56 days to F1, but who's counting? Addison, I hate to break it to you, you're the only one counting. You're literally the only one counting. Hashtag to Alan Bell for majorly plugging the show today. Enjoy the puck. Gifts are on fire. Goals in the first 10 minutes.
Last night, 11-2, right?
Heart BVB Brigade. 11-2. There was goals in the first 10 minutes.
Last night, yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Gifts are on fire for sure.
A lot. Wow, look at JPC coming in hot. He's on fire with a 10 spot. Thank you for that, sir. The super chat's available if you're watching the show. It goes directly to Matt and myself for the show. We appreciate it. Keeps us breathing, keeps us alive. We love it. You don't have to do it, but everything you do is much appreciated. Lions money line and BTTS 20 plus.
Both teams
to score 20 plus points is plus 105. That's it.
Dude, does Washington score 20 points?
I think so.
You do?
I do. I think they get 20. That's a good number. Hashtag one pride. Go Detroit. 313, baby. Had a little curveball this morning. Otherwise, your stuff would be in the mail tomorrow or Monday. You'll have it. If they're in the NFC Championship, 100%. If you send an order in and you got those hats done, you'll get yours. Erod Sean, 703, Centerville, Virginia. Go Lions, baby. Big dog right there in that avatar. Big game this weekend. D Stout 19, holding down strong. Thanks for showing up despite the loss on Monday. 507 Pipestone, Minnesota. Ryan Andrew Fletcher peeking at us like that every time on that avatar. I love it. 703 Sterling, Virginia. Vinny Konwinski. I call him Konowinski. 260 Fort Wayne, Indiana. 30 degrees and nice out right now. Vinny's kind of a polar bear.
Yeah, but no wind, though. If you get no wind, 30. You can
30's okay and no wind. That's fine. Brian Bartone, 724. Worthington, Pennsylvania. 35-ish degrees. Good to see you, Bartone. JC from KC. Big weekend for you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 216, Cleveland, Ohio. Where it's 38 degrees. Let's go. Jeez. Samaji Perrine. Pirine. Over 9.5 receiving yards. That's a collab pick with hashtag or at Addison. Okay. Pirine. Rosie. 415, San Francisco, California, 55 and foggy. Happy last multi-day football week, everyone. True.
Sucks.
That's it. That's it.
Sucks. That's right.
Mikey, awesome. The wrench. Good job with that video today of Emerson jumping off the cage onto a table. 757 ODU, Brigadeville, Virginia. 3-day weekend. I heart the hashtag BVB Brigade. LFGO. Love it. Ian Lights Out, 718 Brooklyn, New York. A balmy 40 degrees. Really? It's 40 in Brooklyn? Girls were complaining it was cold. It's going to be real cold there this weekend. Francisco Ochoa, my man. Sorry about your Packers. That's okay. 951 Hemet, California. 56 degrees out here. That's fantastic. Sam Licata, Big S, in the 314 St. Louis, Missouri. 45 degrees. Need Rams this week for my 20,000 Super Bowl future to stay alive. Hedge a little. Just put a little on the Eagles. Just a little bit for your time. For your time. Because you got guys like this. Yorkie Morris, 702, Enterprise, Nevada, saying, let's go Birds. Yorkie, you better get that one done. People are not going to be happy in Philadelphia if they lose. Stevie Anderson, 407, Orlando. It's moist, 69 degrees. Always love the moist. Football Guy, 97, 717, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, bracing for more snow, then highs in the low teens next week. Need spring soon. Football Guy, 97. It's only January 17th. Come on, bro. You know it's coming.
Yeah,
I mean, the groundhog ain't coming until the 2nd. Relax. Look at Roper, Mr. Professional now. Smiling. Nice sweater. 601, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. 60 and sunny now, but Tuesday expecting what? Snow? Snow in Mississippi? Oh, that's a shutdown. That's Operation Shutdown. Make sure Tuesday you're here early for the show, Roper.
Right.
You can enjoy the show. No, we do not drive well in that down here, but yes, most everything shuts down. Oh, I don't want to be there.
Yep.
Nikki Caramello, 520, Tucson, Arizona. He's associate producer of the show. Nikki, I got your hat in a box. I haven't sent it yet. I promise you. I got it ready to go. 60 degrees on the dot. Appreciate Matt, Dave, and the BVB. We appreciate the hell out of you, Caramello. There's a man, Jack Hoff. Love the Hoff. 651 Lakeville, Minnesota. Go Bears. Oh, wait. Almost forgot we suck. Nice job, Jack. Santana, 928 Yuma, Arizona. Sunny, 67 degrees. Good to see you always, Santana, down in the AZ. There's my man, Whitrock, 319 Iowa City, 54 and sunny today. 54 and sunny in Iowa. 5 degrees and windy by Sunday. Oh, what? Welcome to Iowa in the winter. Yep. Have a good weekend, Brigade. You have a good weekend too. Bundle up.
It's hot. It's Hoth. I mean, Iowa is essentially like it's a frozen planet. It's so cold. It's so cold. Iowa's so cold. Iowa, Nebraska. I've never been in colder temperatures in my life in Iowa and Nebraska. When I lived there for 7 years. For 7 years, it was unbelievable.
Oh, there's Big G. Gus in Wakefield. 781 normal coal, which I'm assuming 781 is Colorado.
No.
Whoa. 781?
He's in Wakefield, Mass.
Wakefield, Mass?
Yeah.
781. That's Wakefield, Massachusetts? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a place called Wakefield, Massachusetts after Wakefield, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Wakefield, Mass is up by me, but it's by Andover.
Yeah, I like Wakefield. It. Welcome, Gus.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. There's my man, Chris Otto. He's in the 404 Atlanta, Georgia, about to board a flight to Pittsburgh. Doing unbelievable work with those sheets. I mean, we got to turn it around. I keep seeing him units. They're not, the betting's not working out, but the sheets.
The information is, though.
I'm getting texts from guys down south. I got to talk to you on the phone about all this. I mean, they like the information. I'm just saying, keep putting it out there. People are noticing. You know what else is people are noticing? These eyes every time with this Gramke, with this dog. Steve Gramke, 513 Cincinnati, hit 40 degrees in the first time in forever here. I agree with the P. Ryan prop plus 9.5. All right. Nice work. Daniel G, you sexy mofo. Look at this thing and that. I love that avatar. Took a picture with the hard hat on. 602 Phoenix, Arizona. Wait, you're out west? 62 degrees here? Hanging out for my brother's wedding Sunday. Lions winning Saturday. No doubt. Detroit going to be rocking. Love you, boys. Love you, Brigade. Let's have a damn weekend. Congratulations to Brother G. Daniel, that's outstanding. Enjoy that wedding. We know you're coming in May. doing your own wedding and all that other stuff, we'll be talking. That's good. I'm glad I don't have to get that thing in a rush to get that hat out to you. John, 724. That's John in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. G-Burg. Pirate Festival this weekend. Spring training around the corner. I guess we are going with Skeens, Jones, Keller, and pray for rain. Ain't even going to be enough. I ain't got no hitters. I mean, John, just keep it real. If you see anybody there from the Pirates organization, tell them Dave from Green Tree said hello, please. Christian Hastings, 317, Indianapolis, Indiana. Snow sledding with my girls. That sounds like fun. I did that once with the girls in Pittsburgh. We had a blast. I couldn't walk the next day, though. I ain't going to lie. Up and down that damn hill. Whew, that was a lot of work. Sheppy's in the house. PSU Sheppy. 37 degrees. He's on the Ohio Turnpike from Cleveland to the 412. 10 and 12. Or 10 and 2. 10 and 2. Two hands, Sheppy. Hold on tight. Go slow. You're a fast driver. I've seen it before. Georgie Pavlik. This thing in the Garden State Brigade avatar is going on a damn T-shirt. We're sending that out to Jersey. We love that thing, Georgie. 973 Hillside, New Jersey. Definitely not golf weather here. No, stay off of the golf course. Unless you go indoors like that TFG thing, whatever those guys are doing, hitting into the screen. Sports Avenger, 724 Sharon, Pennsylvania. Temperature, ? Cold. No, where else is cold? ? Philly. Rams might be able to win in warm Phoenix, but Lincoln Financial ain't warm. Puka Nakua sounds like Eagle food. Fly, Eagles fly. Oh, baby, you got me hyped up with that one. Good job, Avenger. Stevie Mack. He's still holding it down in the 717. Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Currently waiting for my first grandbaby due by the 21st. I can't wait to see pictures of that little baby. And then
yes, Melanie. I know Melanie is new.
Melanie!
But we are.
Melanie Sue. You're back. You guys are still live. Damn right we are. We do it every day for an hour and 40 minutes minimum, contractually obligated. And then we do bonus time where we get loose. Things happen. You stay around, Melanie. You're just getting used to the show. Put your area code where you're watching the show from. Follow instructions.
It's got to be somewhere warm, I'm guessing.
Well, listen, that avatar, she's coming in showing off a little bit. I'm guessing
she's somewhere warm.
Florida. What's your guess? Florida?
Arizona.
California?
Arizona.
It's somewhere warm.
I'd say Phoenix.
I'm going to go Florida. Florida.
Right, I'm going Phoenix.
Linus Crimmage. He's definitely not in Florida. He's in the 705. Aurelia, Ontario, where it's -1 degree Celsius, which translates to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not too bad. Lots of Leafs and Bills fans around here getting ready. Oh, Linus, for more heartbreak this weekend? Linus! Been around too long. There's a man down in Australia. Put that one on the country list. Timmy Cooley-Ross, 2000, Sydney, Australia. That's good. We got Canada. We got Australia. The Juice, 602. Phoenix, Arizona, 55 degrees, under 29.5 points for Giannis straight bet tonight. UCLA and NM, I'm assuming New Mexico tonight, money line with Youngstown State plus 6.5 parlay. The Juice is like a basketball guy. I love this stuff, the Juice. Keep them coming. G. Berg, hello, Lair. I'm thinking of you today. I said, I wonder if Lair is going to show up. Because this is a big weekend in Buffalo. 716, Buffalo, New York. Can you say 3 home playoff games? Go Texas. Damn, that place is going to be crazy if they host the AFC Championship. Ross Randall. He's crazy. Always fishing, doing stuff in the 978, Amesbury, Massachusetts. 33 degrees with bluebird skies as fat as the eye can see. Currently have you guys cranked while I work outside. Keep up the good work, Ross. Hashtag BVB to the moon. Love you, brother. That's great stuff right there. Alex, Big A, 910, Wilmington, North Carolina. Be more born. Oh, let's get it, Ravens. MV3. Oh, this is hype. I wish my team was in the playoffs so bad, but I don't think either one of these Ravens killed the Steelers. Look at this, Chicago Kristen, 312, leaving Chicago to go to Vegas this weekend to celebrate my birthday. Dave, want to see you again. I got something for you. Oh, I got something for you too, Chicago Kristen. Don't worry. Congratulations on the birthday weekend. Matt, something for you too. I'm not talking about that. Would you get your mind right, please? We as Chicago Kristen spend a lot of time together hanging out.
You're not helping yourself. You're not helping yourself.
What do you mean? We posted pictures. She got hats for Chicago John. Chicago John's a big dude. I'm too old for that stuff. Would you stop? Go back. You missed whoever you.
I know. Do him now.
Oh, hi, Chicago John. 312 Chicago. Happy birthday weekend at Chicago Kristen. Heading to Vegas to celebrate and watch college football championship. Go Buckeyes. We hope to see you guys. You can bet the yes. You're going to see me 100%. Absolutely. Can't wait to meet you, Chicago John, and say hello to Chicago Kristen. Dinner talk is going to be fun tonight for you two. Talking about this show. Matt J 2020-440 Cleveland, Ohio. Enjoying the show and drinking a couple White Russians to kick off the weekend.
White Russians. Wow.
How about that?
All right.
My man Hooks. DJ Hooks. 609 Atlantic City. Go Birds. Oh, my God. This is great. All these people.
She's from Cedar Falls, Iowa.
We're all wrong. Melanie, nice move there. Oh, and the 319 is it area codes we are shouting out. You're damn right it is, Melanie Sue. I like the two names thing, Melanie Sue. Iowa, we're all wrong.
Way wrong.
That picture was not taken in Iowa, Melanie.
No, it was not.
That 100%, unless on some lake somewhere or something that was not
Could be
taken
Okoboji, but yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Could be where?
Okoboji, Missouri.
Okoboji?
Mm-hmm. The lake. Everybody in Iowa goes there. Lake
really?
Okoboji. Lake Okoboji. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it nice?
Party Cove was called Playboy's #1 party place in like 1992.
Really?
Yeah. That's why everyone still goes there.
A lot of things go on there. I'm not talking about just riding on the boats.
I did a lot of things there. Yeah.
Zip it. We're not in bonus time yet. Zip it. Save it.
But yes, a lot of things go down Okoboji.
That's fine. We fight for that inch. Brandon Rincon, 310, Culver City, California. Keeping it simple. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Thank you, Brandon. You do the same. My man, CBW, the news hound of all news hounds. Changed my life. What you've done for us on the socials, I mean, you're part of the rundown every day. I wake up, I got 25 alerts. I'm like, what the hell happened? Oh, it's CBW. Tag this story, tag this story. You're the man. Can't wait to meet you in person. 315 Oswego, New York, Syracuse plus 3.5. Hosting Notre Dame Saturday is money. I ain't coming to Syracuse in the winter. I just decided that right now, unless we got some really good deal. We ain't going to Syracuse in the winter. It's cold, it's nasty. And P-Ralt said that Carrier Dome is a dump.
Dump.
There's Smentana, Alan Smentana, another big A, 507, Mankato, Minnesota. Minnesota's well represented today. I like that. Stay strong, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Off season has started. Social Giant, maybe the best beard on the avatars that we've seen. He's in the 319, Iowa City, Iowa. A perfect 54 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. Holy crap! It's gonna get ugly there. Like you go from 54 and sunny today to 5. 4.
Yeah, happens all the time. He's driving crazy. Being shorts and then being in a winter coat in like 24 hours. It was horrible. I couldn't stand it. Yep, that's the Midwest for you.
Fish Killer, 73. He ain't in the Midwest, although this is below the Mason-Dixon line, so this is officially the South, 540. Roanoke, Virginia, 44 degrees. Happy Friday, Brigade. Happy Friday to you, Fish Killer. That's a nice avatar. Look at that thing. Hokey. What are you looking at?
Where the Mason-Dixon line is. It's like
Maryland, Pennsylvania border. You
I know
this?
But Blacksburg is not that
it's
far.
Close?
Like, it's close. So I was like, hold on a second. Let me see where that thing actually is because it's to the west. So,
the
but
inches
you're right.
We need are all around us, and Blacksburg is close.
But
it's still below.
I was right. Arizona. I was right. That
what
picture
a
was
call. I was Arizona in the picture, she said. What a call.
Yeah. And I figured it was Arizona. I was like, that picture's in Arizona. It makes sense because everybody in Iowa goes to Arizona. So that makes sense. So there we go.
All right. We'll finish this in the bonus time. Get us out of here.
One more. Just one more.
Well, for this. Okay.
Yeah.
Croatia is here too. Missed me earlier. Vinko. We purposely did not miss you. It was by accident.
I missed you. I apologize. I didn't think I missed you.
It's
on
okay.
That, but that's
it's all right. It's okay.
Sometimes you guys post, no post, but there you go. Croatia on there. Thank you for being here. If you guys are with us live, don't move. More Roll Call Friday on the other side. If you guys are on the replay, thank you for being here. Have a great weekend. We will be on the air on Monday, even though it is Martin Luther King Day. We will be on. So it's a holiday for most of you, not for us. We'll be there. National championship game. We will be on Notre Dame and Ohio State. BVB live on Monday. Hope to see you guys then. Rest of you, don't move. Bonus time now.
I just looked in the chat. Stevie Anderson said, I've been motorboating on Okeechobee plenty of times. How do you say it?
Okoboji.
Okoboji.
Yeah, Okoboji. Yeah. Lake Okoboji.
I had to practice that 100 times to say it wrong, a million times. E-Ron, Sean, thanks for the fin, brother. Continued positive thoughts and vibes.
Yeah.
And prayers for those in LA. Absolutely.
Amen.
That one's still working. There's Addison Wrench with another fin. Chevy P chimed in earlier. Whoa, he's in Colombia with questionable internet, but wanted to make sure you knew he's watching and celebrating Roll Call Friday. Check off Colombia.
So that's our fourth country.
Right. We need that guy in Mexico that says always a todos, saludos, a bien, a bo. Brett Lalonde. Man, oh man, he's having a day. He's having a week. 614. Beautiful day in Columbus, Ohio. Let's go Lions, Ravens, and Buckeyes.
Great. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Lake of the Ozarks is in Missouri. Okoboji is in Iowa. I've been in both. I've been drunk many times in both places, Melanie Sue. See, you're really new because you don't realize that I've lived in Iowa. I lived in Des Moines for 2 years.
It's her first day. Give her a break.
I'm just saying.
Don't chase her away.
Doesn't know where I'm living. So just saying.
She don't know who you are until today.
True. Yeah, I live in Des Moines. Lived in Omaha for 5, Des Moines for 2. So Okoboji was a summer trek consistently. Lake of the Ozarks is where Party Cove is. So thank you. I apologize. Confusing my lakes.
Okay. All right.
But similar type.
Hell of a time.
Sure. Yeah, sure. At both. Yeah. Absolutely. For sure. Yes.
Yeah, you did a pause right there.
Yeah.
That's an off the air story. Chef Benny, 401 Rhode Island. Tomorrow calls for 38 degrees, bit of rain and 18 holes. You're playing golf.
What? Holy Christmas.
Get that round in early. You got stuff to do. Santa Anita's running. I mean, there's horses to play tomorrow. You're one of our horse guys. Whoa. Is that real? Middleton Sig? Kelsey Sherapan is here? I hope so. Early for the favorite thing about today, but always have a guy for everything.
Look at that.
Dad came in clutch. I love you, Kelsey. You called me yesterday to ask me one question. Where's Mom? Then you hung up.
That's what I thought. I was like, wow.
You're driving me crazy. But yes, you know the right guy. Boy, oh boy, that's good news. There was a lot of stuff happening in his house before. I had to explain to my wife, all you have to do is tell me something ahead of time. Just give me 24 hours, and I could probably take care of it. But telling me an hour before I got to go do the first Roll Call Friday of the year is not ideal timing. But, Kelsey, I'm glad everything worked out. I'll call you after the show.
Very cool.
There's Era Abrahamian in the 818 Northridge, California. The man started a new job. Must be off today, or he's already done with work. Hopefully everything's going okay for you in the Northridge, California area. Go Rams. Era, I still don't know why Matt has you blocked on the Twitter. I cannot help you. You're on your own. Keep DMing me and tweeting at me at SportsBeatKickandSig, and I'll answer. Or just email us at the show and explain yourself. Maybe we'll find out why. But you ain't getting unblocked today. It ain't happening.
I don't know. And that does it for Roll Call Friday. Credit is given when credit is deserved.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Wow. That might be the nicest thing she said to you on the air in 3 years.
Yeah, she came in hot last week. Got that other piercing. She got she got her whole ears like ring piercing, this, that, and the thing inside. God. I ain't a fan of all the piercings, P-Roll. Not a fan.
Depends on where it is, but I'm with you for the most part.
I'm talking about ears.
Just in general. Anyway, where on the ear is it? I just in general. Nose, ear, cheeks, other parts of the body. Everyone says they heal, but I have an eyebrow ring piercing, so I can't be too big of a hypocrite on it. But I get it.
You have a what?
I pierced my eyebrow. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I pierced my eyebrow.
How old were you?
I think I was a sophomore in college when I did it.
And how long did you leave it in?
I had it in for probably a year or so.
Really?
Yeah, I had it for a year. I got tired of it. It constantly got infected.
Sports?
Yeah, that's why I kept on. The only way you can have your eyebrow pierced is if you leave it in. But I played sports and I worked out and played a bunch. So like you had to take it out because it gets ripped out.
Yes.
So by taking it in and out, in and out, in and out, it gets infected.
Different in and out, in and out, in and out does not get anything infected. I'm just saying.
Oh shit, she's out. Whoa!
Who's that? What?
Robin Glazer has been the bane of the media's existence. They've want her out for the Patriots for a really long time. Remember when Vrabel said, I don't know if you saw it, but Vrabel talked about the fact that certain people needed to be put away. It started with her, that Robin Glazer should not be involved in football operations, and now she's retiring. That's huge. Her walking away for Glazer. This shows you Mike Vrabel has total control. He has absolute total control for the Patriots. He's just pushing everybody away. So piercing or tattoo for you, Dave, would be neither, right?
Dead pick 'em. I mean, if I have to pick, I guess I make a piercing a small favorite.
Did I drive a Camaro? No, I drove a Mazda RX-8, but I did that in Iowa. I did that in Des Moines. No, in Omaha, not in Iowa. And I did that in Omaha when I drove. I didn't drive a Camaro, no. But remember, Chicago. I'm 47, Chicago, Kristen. So I did it when it was in. I did it in the 90s. I did it not like
it's so
80s.
Bizarre because you turned into a chameleon. You were a kid from Massachusetts and you moved down south and you got a little bit of Southern in you. And then you moved to the Midwest and you were like driving a sports car and all this like just weird stuff. Like you became a Midwestern guy like that.
Why Midwestern people drive Mazda RX-8s?
Yeah, like I don't know.
Have you seen a Mazda RX-8? It's not like it's a sports car, but it's a diamond. It's an engine. It's a car guy's car.
Okay.
If you like cars, it's the engine. So like for me, I associate, if you have your eyebrow pierced now, I would go, okay, fine. You're driving a Camaro. I'll give you that. My Blink 182 face. Well, the fun thing about Blink 182, my Blink 182 face came when I interviewed them as a freshman in college. So that was actually in my Blink 182 face. That actually is accurate. That's actually an accurate comment because I interviewed the band. It was my first ever band that I interviewed in their tour bus when I was a freshman in college. So yes, I guess that would be in my IROCs. Wow. I've not thought of an IROC in a long time. That's the White Snake era when I think of IROC.
I was just looking at all that from afar. Was going through a lot of stuff at the time and going, what are you people doing?
What are you doing? Why? Time for Bet It or Book It. All right. If you guys are new.
Well, for the new people, I mean, that's a stinger. Just so you guys know, we do that.
Just for now.
Just to make sure Melanie Sue knows that could happen at any time. That's louder, more power than all the rest.
Nikki loves that stinger.
Love it. Every time, Nikki. I love when he types it like that, too. Hit the stinger. Steve Anderson comes in. Love it.
All right. If Dave likes it, he bets it. He doesn't, he books it. These are bets I am making myself. I'm taking the Texans plus 8.5.
You want this one to happen?
Of course I do, but I think it's going to happen. I think the Chiefs could win, but I'm taking the points. 8.5 points. Give me the Texans.
I'm going to say that Reed with the rest, they win by 10 or more. I think it falls 10. 27-17.
More likely 10-point win or an outright loss.
Good question. It's closer than you think. It's closer than you think, but I'll say more surprising is the Texans win.
Okay. Teaser. Lions minus 2.5. Texans plus 14.5.
How does this lose? This is a bet. Teasers are just this is brutal. This week is probably a reason number 15 million why I'm glad I'm not in the book. You feel like you are dead unless a dog wins outright. The teasers are so good this week. That one looks great.
I think the Rams can shock the world. I think the Rams +6. I think the Rams have got something for the Eagles. That offense looks broken.
There's something about this game that I've been going back and forth with and I don't know. Nick came on yesterday, just did a great job talking about LA and talking about how it is different. The Eagles are supposed to win and cover this game. They're going to get everything they can get from the Rams. I'll say book this, but I don't like it. This is 21-17, 2017. The Rams lose,
but
the Eagles find a way to win, but the Eagles don't cover.
Yeah. I think the theory that it's going to be a replay of the 17-point win, I think these are two different teams, Yorkie. I'm sorry. Your offense is broken.
I don't know.
Broken.
If they run the ball successfully, every one of the guys on the Eagles except Jalen Hurts played in the cold all the time. Like, this ain't going to be no shock. So I think if they have success running, we'll know early, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, if they're running, if he's running and breaking off significant runs, 5+ yards or more, they're going to keep doing that. There's no adjustment for that. So I think the Eagles cover. I'll say book this, but I'm not comfortable with it.
Ravens -1.
No, I'm booking this. I can't.
You'd like the Bills to win the game.
I think this is personal. I can't. I just can't.
Okay, fine. So this is biased. Okay, fine.
It's just 100% biased. I don't want the Ravens to win. I'm with the rest of America. I want the Bills to win.
Okay,
I want the Bills to win.
Shop. You can find a Ravens pick. Find Reagan's pick. Tease them up. Ravens +6 under 56.5. Same game teaser.
I can't not advocate for the Ravens on the teaser side. So, with the weather going to be the way it is, how does this lose? This is a bet. I think this is a bet. I can't.
Lip converted you to the cult.
Kind of did.
Roger said that's a winner.
I don't know how it's not. Honestly, I don't know what gets you.
Oh, Ravens are now +1 on ESPN bet.
What?
Really? Yeah. Oh, got +1. Sorry. Where did I just sit an ESPN bet? Where did I see that? Must have been at the open then.
Circuit just went to Ravens -2.
Woo, baby.
Do you think they'll even? No. There's no way they're going to give them a free shot at 3.
No.
If that goes to 2.5 today, I'm thinking the Ravens are the side. I'm just telling you guys right now.
Ravens are the side. Favorite thing about today is what?
Just the reminder of being a dad came this morning when, we were finishing up the show yesterday. We finished up after the show. Sometimes it's 3 seconds. Sometimes it's 30 minutes with the post-show meeting. Yesterday, while we were talking, my daughter called Kelsey. You guys remember her from the shows down at Resorts World, the middle one. And I answered the phone. So excited to talk to her because I haven't talked to her since she went back to college on Saturday. And I said, "Hi, Kels, how are you?" And I showed her Matt, and she was like, "Am I on the show?" "No." And she said, "Okay, where's Mom?" And I said, "Well, she's not home." Like, you didn't even say hi.
Nope.
And she hung up the phone. And I've been like, in the old days, I would call her back and say, "It's not nice." But now I'm grown and I've matured and I still have little kids here to be my friend. So it works out. But this morning they needed their dad. And I was like, oh, and Jessica's home today, working from home. She had to help with doctor's appointments this morning. There's 100 things going on in this house. But she was home and she was like, "Hey, the girls need to see if you can help them with this." And I was like, "Right now." Okay. So the shout out is that one, being a dad never stops. Two, the problems kind of sometimes they don't always need you, but when they need you, they really need you. And it's still kind of fun to be in that spot to be able to come through for them. And three, having guys or girls in different parts of this country is fucking awesome. So we're going to hopefully, redo the Chicago show in a couple different cities, and we'll get together. And, if you guys need something when you're here in Vegas, hopefully we can help you. And when we come and show up there, you guys have rolled out the red carpet in Chicago was awesome. We'll do it again in other places. We'll all get together. Just be nice. That's the whole thing today was just do the right thing most of the time, and it will come back. It may not come back immediately. Do the right thing. The right thing comes back.
That's tremendous. Happy to hear that.
Yeah.
What's North Shore Pittsburgh?
Oh, we could do a show over there. That's the North Shore. That's where the stadiums are.
Oh, very cool.
There's a lot of bars over there. There's a lot of places.
Am I going to crash and burn?
Crash and burn?
Oh, because I'm so hot. He means because I've won 8 of 10 days. That's why. That's what he means. Am I going to
St. Louis Ray? Good to see you, St. Louis.
Am I due for a cool down? Is what he's asking. So on that, yeah, we've been on the air for 2 hours. Sonic, I know it goes fast, but it's been 2 hours. I don't know,
with no breaks.
What do you mean? It's 2 hours
with no breaks.
Yeah, it's what we're doing. For me, the favorite thing.
Are you ready to come back on Fridays? By the way, I was asked that question. If you were interested at all on Friday.
That's an off-air conversation. That's
because I'll be on Sports Grid later with Wetzel.
That's
if it works. Yesterday I had to host the show.
Oh,
and nothing worked.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Favorite thing about today is if I'm right by putting these two things on, I hate Connecticut. I hate the Chiefs. So we got to go get W's. Let's get W's. I had to put this on. This is like, trying to get this on is like burning as I'm doing it, and it doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. It looks gross. It feels gross. Go Texans. That's all I got to say. Go Texans and our national nightmare, please. Let's just go like this, Celtics will lose tonight. You want another one? Celtics will lose tonight to the Magic. They're an absolute train wreck right now. Things are falling apart for the Celtics. They don't care about basketball at the moment. 13, 14-point favorites. They were 13-point favorites against Toronto, and they lost. They'll probably lose tonight. So
put that teaser up if you can.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
See if you can put that up.
Hold on one thing
before we go, because I got to put that up. We got a nice crowd in here. I have a teaser that cannot lose. This teaser cannot lose.
You need to stop saying that because it's.
I mean, seriously, I'm looking at this teaser. He sent it to me and said, "What beats me here?" And I went, "I never do this, but this can't."
I always do this, and I'm telling you to stop because I'm nervous for you.
I know. Well, no. What beats it is what you said with the favorites. One of those two go down. There's a 13-point teaser.
There it is.
You get the Chiefs plus 4.5. You get the Lions plus 4. You get the Eagles plus 7.5 and the Bills plus 14.5. I don't know how, and the price for that.
But this isn't available anywhere in America. I mean, no one's giving you a 13-point teaser for a minus 140.
So one of the best things about this is that, so he sends me this today and he says, "Do you remember our first time we ever met?" I said, "No." He said, "I came to the counter. You were working at the Venetian." And I said, "Do you guys do 13-point teasers?" And I went, "You got to be from New York." And he goes, he said to me today, he goes, "You said exactly that." Because they only do this on the East Coast in the pocket of New York and New Jersey, really. Pennsylvania, maybe, but the local guys in Pennsylvania are like, "The hell with this. We don't need this." But it's a 13-point teaser. And yes, no books do it. But believe me, with the stuff we're seeing, it will be only a matter of time before a book gets some gouillons and says, "Yeah, offer this."
13. Yeah. There's no
ties
way.
Lose. Ties lose.
Yeah. It'll be minus 210. You want a 13-point teaser? Sure. It's $2. Like, no one's going to give that to you at minus 140. They'd lose they get fired.
That
Superbook is 140 for a 6-point teaser. Here. They're 140 for a 2-leg 6-point teaser, not a 4-leg 13-point teaser.
I know. You're right. They will double the price. My God, it might be minus 200.
What? No way. No way.
It's on DK right now. There you go.
For minus 140?
I don't know what the price is.
Well, they charge. That's where I bet teasers. They charge minus 120 for teasers. They're the reason.
2 items?
Yeah. DraftKings is the most reasonable book by far.
There, Michael Eisner said, I bet on it at DK, minus 140, 13-point teaser.
So wait a minute.
Michael.
Wait, I need someone to show me this because DraftKings is 6.5 point teaser is minus 130. A 7-point teaser is minus 140 at DraftKings. So you're telling me that they let you go from 7 to 13 and they don't care? There's no price difference.
Use 4 teams and ties lose. You got to read the rules, but I mean, we used to do 3-team 10-point teaser. I got introduced to this when I was in Curacao.
I wouldn't even know where to look for DraftKings. Where to go find
I'll
this?
Find it after the show.
On DraftKings.
I'll find it after the show. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Has to be 4 teams, King of Car Seat said. And a 14, 13-point teaser is minus 140. There you go. See, I mean, that's good.
Oh my God. What a crazy
Make a walking video, here. David. I'm making a walking. I'm not making a walking video.
A walking bouncing teaser. Walking talk bouncing teaser. Here you go.
Please. Can't. They ruined the walking thing forever. I used to
forever. You can't do it. You cannot do it. Nope, they killed it. All of them killed it. Yep, they absolutely killed it.
One of the best videos I ever did
was
walking with Kendall where the ducks were. And I was going to step in shit. And I said, Kendall, look down. What is this? And she goes, and I go, you could say it. And she said, shit. And I was laughing and she was laughing. I want to do stuff like that. I can't do it. They ruined the walking videos forever. I can't do it.
Oh, Amanda's all excited. She just got her new car. Look at her.
Oh boy.
All excited. Look at that. It doesn't like bringing a new car home. There's always that fun feeling when you get a new car.
Love the smell.
That's always cool. And it's fun too, because I've driven so many of them now. So I can pick and choose and direct and say this, that, the other. I can point out when sales guys are asking and doing shady things. Like,
get her all-wheel drive?
Yeah, she's in New Hampshire. Yes, of course. She has no choice in the matter. She got that.
You drove an RX-7 in the middle of the country.
8. It's not 7. RX-8, different. RX-8 difference. 7s I didn't like. RX-8 I loved. Now I drive all-wheel drive in Vegas. I learned my lesson. We're doing all-wheel drive always now. I'm not playing around. I got a truck this week too, so it's fun. I've been tooling around in a manual truck. A manual Toyota Tundra. It's been fun whipping around that little thing. I love it. We're back on Monday, guys. Thank you for being a part of it. We'll have a national championship Monday. In a recap, we'll have the final 2 NFL football games, or final 3 football games. Championship weekend. We'll preview it all. Will the Chiefs still be alive? Probably so. He's Dave. I'm Matt. We're back on Monday for BVB.